It fits in your pocket. It plays Pokemon, Final Fantasy, Castlevania, Silent Hill, and Metal Gear, all for under $100. But is the Miyoo Mini Plus actually the best everyday retro handheld? And that's what we're going to talk about here on Neutral Gaming today. My name is Ben. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that last video. Let's talk about it. If you're unfamiliar with the Miyoo Mini Plus, this was the very first retro handheld device that I ever bought. I feel like I was very late to the game when it came to retro handhelds and all the power that emulation has in these types of devices. But with it being the vertical style Game Boy-esque player, I couldn't resist, especially when I found out that it could play things all the way up to the PS1 and play them very well. It runs on Linux-based firmware, either stock or custom OS like Onion OS, which is the most popular one to put on these devices. And it can emulate systems like the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, PlayStation 1, and even some Nintendo DS titles. And it does all of that with this beautiful IPS screen, a solid D-pad, rechargeable battery, and a retro form factor that feels like someone shrunk a Super Nintendo controller and slapped a screen on it. This thing is small. Here's my Game Boy Color as a comparison. You can see the screen is bigger, but the device itself is smaller and it's thinner. This thing is actually pocketable, not like your pocket systems or pocket cameras that don't actually fit in your pocket. It doesn't take up nearly any backpack space. I throw this in my backpack almost every day. And if you're the kind of person that just wants to carry something with you all the time, just in case you have a few minutes to game, this is one of the best ways to do it. I've played this thing while I've been waiting on food or riding passenger in a car, and I've even played it on the couch with my son. That's the charm of this device. It's not demanding, it's just there when you're ready. Performance-wise, it's super solid. Most everything all the way up to Super Nintendo plays flawlessly. With PlayStation 1, it definitely handles the 2D graphics a lot better than the 3D, but surprisingly, most of those games, at least the two that I play most often, which is Blasto and Silent Hill, those run just fine. It does support some DS titles on there, but just keep in mind that there's no touch functionality here, and there's like a little pencil gimmick that you have to use, so anything that requires drawing or anything like that is gonna be pretty terrible on this device. But things like Pokemon on the DS run awesome. So I definitely wouldn't buy this for DS gaming, but it's a cool bonus to have in a device of this size. Now here's what I love about it. The screen is vibrant and very, very sharp. The D-pad and the face buttons are awesome. The form factor is very nostalgic, but it's fresh with all these back buttons. It boots super fast, and it can hold 1,000 games without breaking a sweat. You can also organize your library by system, favorites, recents, which is actually really nice to go through. Now, a couple of downsides that I will mention. You will spend a lot of time just scrolling. If you have a large collection of games that you legally backed up, then you're just gonna be spending a whole lot of time scrolling. It's like Netflix for retro gaming. There's just so many options that you just can't figure out what to play. You may start one game and then you say, okay, well, I'm kind of bored with this one, let me switch to another one. And suddenly you're overwhelmed with all these options. Decision paralysis at its best. So is it the best retro EDC handheld? For this vertical style? Yeah, I think so. You're not gonna find another device this small, this comfortable to play, with this type of screen on it, and this affordable to give you the experience of having all of your games from your childhood at your fingertips at any time. If you want to relive old games, try some new stuff that you never got to, or have your entire childhood library in your pocket, the Miyoo Mini Plus is a no-brainer. This is the kind of stuff I'll be digging into here on Neutral Gaming. Handhelds, retro gaming, modded gear, and the tools that help us experience these games in a new way. Subscribe if you're into that kind of thing. I've got more videos coming on lots of different topics, and I'm also going to be starting to stream here soon. Subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when those videos and or streams go live. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.